This video, presented by Truman Medical Center's IT Education Group, will demonstrate how to enter physician and CRNA time on a desktop computer and on mobile devices. The time study will be a predetermined 2-week block per quarter which must be completed. And an email will be sent out announcing what 2 weeks of the quarter will be time study required. And additional reminders will be sent out prior to the start date of the time study to remind you that time should be recorded for the upcoming time study. The first time that you log in from your desktop, you can see that we have our username and password screen right here. Your username will be the preferred email account that you provided, such as tmcmed.org or umkc.edu. And if that doesn't work, try a secondary email account that you may have. Now, the password, the first time that you log in, will be a generic password, lowercase Truman. And once you have logged in, you will be prompted to change your password. Here on the home screen, in the upper left-hand corner, we have some tabs that include home and time entry. On the right-hand side, we have a choose role, and you will only see roles that you will be assigned to, either as a participant who will enter your time and submit for approval at the conclusion of the 2-week time study, or as a reviewer. And the reviewer will review the time cards and approve them at the conclusion of the 2-week time study. So make sure that your role is correct. And you have 2 ways which you can enter time. One is by clicking on the time entry tab at the top of the screen. Now, when you do that, you'll have to select your time study from the drop-down list. So a little bit of an easier way to do that will be to click on the pencil next to the name of the time study that you're entering time for. We can see the pencil icon here. So you can see that the time study has been filled in. You select the week you're entering your time for. Make sure that your hospital is correct if you need to change it, and select your correct department. Now, if you are entering time in multiple hospitals or departments, you want to make sure that those fields are selected correctly. Now, here you can see what the CRNA time study screen will look like. If I were to switch over to see what the healthcare professional time study looks like, you can see that it is a little bit larger with more fields to enter. You can collapse these fields by clicking on the Collapse All button on the right-hand side of the screen. You can then expand these fields by clicking on the plus symbol next to the time study field. If you need additional information on these time study fields, you can click on the blue eye, and a new window will open up that will give you the definition for that time study. You can click on OK to close it. Time should be entered on a daily basis when you are in the time study period, and physician and CRNA time will be entered in the same way. It's just there's a couple of more fields with the physician screen. Time is to be entered in 15-minute increments, such as 0.25, 0.5, and 0.75 formats. Now, you cannot exceed 24 hours within a particular day. If you do, you will get an error message that you'll have to correct before you can continue. When you are entering time on a daily basis, down at the bottom, you have a Save for Later. So when you're entering time prior to the conclusion of the time study, you click Save for Later. When the time study has concluded and all time has been entered, you can then click on Submit for Approval. Now, if you accidentally click on the Submit for Approval before the end of the time study, you can go back to your home screen and you'll have to contact your reviewer. You can see who your reviewer is on your home screen here. And the reviewer will have to unlock your timesheet so you can correctly fill it out. In the upper right-hand corner, we have some options which include log out. That's pretty self-explanatory. It will log you out. The change username, remember that by default, your username is your email address. So if you want to create a unique username for the system, you can enter it here and the current password and click on Change Username. The system will check to make sure that there is not another unique username being used that matches that. If there is, you will have to create another unique username. There's changed password, which will do exactly what it sounds like. Enter your old password and type in your new password and confirm your password. So you're not required to go and change your password aside from that first time that you log in, but if you do want to change it, you can do it here. And you have Contact Us. If you need Truman Medical Center support, on the left-hand side, we have contact information for Susan Fox and Brian Graves with emails and telephone numbers. If you need technical support from Crow Horwath, you can contact them through this email address or telephone number. Now, if you're going to be using a mobile device to enter your time, the screen will look a little different. So we can see what that screen looks like here. So you enter your username and your password, and you tap on Login. So from here, you'll be able to choose your role as either a reviewer or a participant. You'll be able to choose your time study. So let's select the healthcare professional. We're going to add a new time entry. Verify your hospital is correct and choose your department, and then choose your task. You can click on the date field and you can increase or decrease your month by using the roller plus or minuses, and then tap Set. You can then enter your duration by increasing or decreasing your hours and minutes. Now, when you go to the minutes, notice how it increases in 15-minute increments, so 15, 30, 45. And if you were to go to the 00 minutes, the hours does not increase by 1. So you want to set your hours first, and then your minutes, and then tap Set. Down at the bottom, you'll have a Save for Later and Cancel. You will not be able to submit for approval until the conclusion of the time study. You'll also have options, which will include changing your password, Contact Us, which again, Truman and Crow information. If you tap Create Home Screen Shortcut, you'll be able to choose either an Android device to have a shortcut created for either a mobile device or for a tablet. For a BlackBerry, an iPhone will work for iPhone or for an iPad. So you tap on whichever device is going to be and you follow those instructions. And if you go back to your home screen, you'll be able to tap Log Out, and it takes you back to the main screen. This concludes the video for how to enter physician and CRNA time on a desktop computer or on a mobile device.